Yeah, what's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing on this Friday morning? Is everybody excited? Woken up today and it's like, oh yeah, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. We got the weekend here now. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. We got a big weekend on tap here for Money Making Weekend. We are going to get in some NASCAR bets. We're, of course, going to do some NFL bets. Can't forget about soccer, NBA, MLB, and NHL. It is loaded this weekend. Can't wait to sit back and enjoy it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. We need to go ahead and make sure we recap yesterday, of course, see where we sit as we head into Money Making Weekend. So let's go ahead and kick it off right there with the recap. And guys, we'll be able to ring in that cash register today as we secured a profit yesterday, a plus 2.15 units. Love to see that right there. Now clawing back on the week, now positive on the week at plus zero point 0.1 units. Good stuff right there. We hit our only soccer play yesterday. Remember, we took Leicester on the double chance. They won that game 2-0. Two early goals, two easy goals there in the first half. Sent Leicester to the win there at the King Power Stadium and cashed half of our parlay. The other half of that parlay was Fulham, Aston Villa over 1.5 goals. Fulham was all over Aston Villa. That was the game I ended up watching yesterday. Majority of the port. I was kind of going back and forth a little bit there at one point to that Leicester match, but I was locked in on Fulham versus Aston Villa. Fulham was all over Aston Villa, completely kicked their ass so bad, got Steven Gerrard sacked after the match. Woof, Villa, they're in trouble. They've had like 10 games. I think they've only scored like 7 goals. They're an absolute mess right there. So good job, Fulham. Way to get over 1.5 goals and cash in that parlay to us. Thursday Night Football was not kind to us. Zach Ertz only got a couple targets, only got a couple catches going his way. Just didn't quite go his way. Just the ball just quite frankly wasn't going his way. DeAndre Ayton, he got 14 targets, but that's what Marquise Moore has been getting. So he didn't really eat in his production. Just they weren't looking Hurts' way last night. So unfortunate. In the first drive, obviously did not end in a punt. They hit a nice little pass there, scrambling there. Got Murray out on the edge. He completed a pass, and then they eventually got a little bit closer and kicked the field goal. But we rebounded hockey, and we rebounded hockey in a big way. Guys, hit that like button, boys. Who's sitting back there just blindly betting this shit like I am? You don't know a damn thing about Kaprizov, don't know a damn thing about Connor McDavid. You're just sitting back there blindly betting this shit and counting the money as it comes through Kaprizov. Now 4 gains, 4 cashes, 4-0, and all those suckers are at plus money. Yesterday's was at plus 105, over 3.5 shots on target. He ended the match with 7 targets. So his first time he really went over that number. I expect us to still get 3.5 because it was his first time really going over that number. Then Connor McDavid. You can see we've got Connor McDavid on this recap here multiple times. What happened? Well, we had Connor McDavid in our little parlay there where we add in some juice reducers. Those juice reducers are the reason why we've got more plays. One of them was both teams to score in the Kings game and the Penguins game. After 2, it was like 5-0 Penguins, and I was getting extremely nervous at that point that maybe the Kings weren't going to be able to score, and our perfect run of Connor McDavid was going to be ruined by a juice reducer. So to try and prevent that, it was intermission there of that Kings-Penguins game, and about 40 minutes before the start of Connor McDavid's match there with the Edmonton Oilers, I put in a bet that Connor McDavid would have 2 shots on target because DraftKings dropped that to minus 145. Yeah, who the hell is betting the under that the price opens at minus 160 and comes down to minus 145? What are you people doing betting the under? Well, thank you that you did because you got it under my threshold of minus 150, made it so I could put in a nice 2-unit bet right there. And then, just to God damn it, go all in on Connor McDavid. I was looking for something all day to parlay that PSG money line with, and why not parlay him with the GOAT, Connor McDavid himself? So that's why we've got it on there so much. And then, in fact, with 2 minutes to go, the Kings scored to hit both teams to score. So we got Connor McDavid. We hit that parlay. We hit our 2-unit play there with Connor McDavid. And, of course, we've got our play pending there with PSG as Connor McDavid came through 4. I mean, just barely got up over that goddamn thing. But you know what's 4? He got 4 shots on target. We've bet him 4 times, and we've gotten 4 wins because we're also 4-0 with Connor McDavid. Love to see that shit right there, Connor McDavid. Between you and Kaprizov, I told the wife we were done having kids, but I think we got to crank out one more and flip a coin to see who's going to be. Is he going to be named Kaprizov or McDavid? Love you guys. Love you guys. Thank you, fellas. Making this NHL season fun. So, again, a fantastic day at plus 2.15 units. Yes, sir. Ringing that cash register, hopping in that comment section, seeing what you guys are up to on this fine Friday morning. And then we've got a lot of bets to get to this weekend. We've absolutely got a lot of bets to get to. You think you might do more double chances. I still think the golden standard with Leicester is taking the over. We obviously did Leicester double chance because I'm not a big fan of Leeds on the road. I like Leeds at home. I just don't really like Leeds at home. But be careful doing Leicester on the double chance. They're still not a very good team. They just went up against Leeds. They're not a very good team. And one, nice. Yeah, goals were coming in that full match. You guys probably saw on Twitter. I had a nice little live betting experience right there. All over the Timberwolves tonight. Okay, love to see that, DeGent. Love to see it. Have been betting winning margins for basketball quarters. Okay, I love to see it. Plus 900. You found an angle. You keep cashing it, Cole. Love to see it. Oh, he hit it on the empty net. I didn't even know, man. It took an empty net to go ahead and cash Connor McDavid. Wait, shit is going your way. Shit is going your way. Thank you, Connor McDavid. Empty net winner. Love to see that right there. Yeah, no idea. Hey, you're not arriving late. Welcome to the program, Monica. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hockey is money. I don't know anything about this shit. I don't know anything about it. Just riding out two guys. And your Niners got McCaffrey. I'm not going to rain on your parade. I'm not high on the guy. I think he's one carry away from being injured. The last 2 seasons, I think the season before last, he only played 3 games. Last season, he only played 7 games. He looks like a guy whose body is starting to deteriorate. But I'll be positive for you, Monica. I think at least for the short term, while he's healthy, he's obviously just as good as any of them that come in. That come right there. Yes, that'll be the kid's name. You think the wife will be on board with that, Dad? You think the wife will be on board with Kaprizov, McDavid, Mattis? Yeah, I think I just got to tell her that this is how it's going down, honey. It's how it's going down. You got to make it happen. Yeah, let's hold that conversation because as somebody correctly stated, when we ran our mouth and then bought a CJ McCollum jersey, we instantly started running into some bad luck with CJ McCollum. So the jerseys are coming, the giveaways are coming, but we don't want to talk about that right yet. Don't want to talk about it. We want to just keep on. Oh, Andy, of course you parlayed that shit. You got to parlay it, dog. Love to see that right there. I was a little nervous yesterday with McDavid knocking it up to 2-unit play. I didn't want to jinx it for me and obviously for everybody else, but I thought I needed something to recover because it did not look like the Kings were going to score. So, whether it's a parlay or whether it's a 2-unit play with those two guys, you just got to keep going back to the well. They don't play today. Obviously, already looked, but they're both in action on Saturday. So we get the double dip again on Saturday on Kaprizov and McDavid. Obviously, we won't be doing a YouTube show. You guys know what to do. Just pull the trigger whenever you see those bets come up. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you guys got to keep him healthy. Lots of backs to rotate. I hear you. As long as he went not in Buffalo, because I thought there was a lot of draft capital to get a guy like that. So, hey, let's just stay with the NFL. We're talking at the NFL. How about that game last night, though? Cardinals on the money line. Over goes way over. Way over. My same game parlay obviously had no chance in hell. They hit 2 of the 4 legs, though. The Cardinals money line and Taysom Hill to get a touchdown. So not terribly bad on that. And, of course, we scored a free $25 bet in return because it lost. So we're sitting okay right there. It's basically like we've got that $25 in our arbitrage bank. So, yeah, love to see that stuff right there. We've got, let's go ahead now. No Buffalo Bills bet this week, guys. Buffalo Bills are on a bye week. How effing upsetting is that? 8-0. Putting in bets on the Bills game, but yet they've got a bye week. So no stuff right there. I do want to kind of remind you guys, when you're putting in some bets this weekend, you're thinking anytime touchdown scorer parlays. DraftKings loves to get out a boost of 3 or more guys. Just got to remind yourself, what is this weekend? Oh, it's tight end day on October 23rd, this coming Sunday. It's tight end day. Remind you guys what happened last year. There were 11 games played on Sunday, and in 6 different of those 11 games, tight ends found the end zone. So you can see those are the guys right there. I'm kind of eyeing of those lists. I kind of like Robert Tonyan there of the Packers. Think he'll probably get a touchdown there against the Commanders. So just keep in mind, just want to let you guys know. And tight ends are normally like, plus 200, plus 300, because everybody gravitates obviously towards the wide receivers and running backs. Let's not forget about our tight ends on tight end day this Sunday when you're spending some of that arbitrage money and you've got a nice little free roll. If you're putting in an anytime touchdown goal scoring parlay, don't forget about the tight end love. I'm going Robert Tonyan of that list, and then I'm probably going to gravitate towards putting in a couple more. All right, let's go ahead now and talk some NFL. let's go ahead and get in some NFL bets. Some of these bets we've, of course, already given out. We have not given out any of the player props yet, though. Obviously, if I'm on a running back, obviously it's because the other team can't defend the running back position. We're dog shit. If I'm on Elvin Ingram there of the tight end there of the Jaguars, it's obviously because the Giants can't defend the tight end position. So they're pretty straightforward. We'll take 2 running backs, Etienne, and go over 47.5 rushing yards. We'll take Josh Jacobs over 80.5 rushing yards. And for Ingram there, we'll go over 29.5 receiving yards. The other one I'm keeping an eye on is Austin Eckler. He's going up against the Seattle Seahawks. We know how that's one of our favorite angles. I don't think you target just the receiving angle, though, from the Seahawks defense. They can't defend the running back position, whether he's rushing the ball or receiving the ball. We know how Austin Eckler is a dynamic weapon, both rushing and receiving. So watch out on Twitter. Whenever we get an Austin Eckler line, rushing and receiving yards, we will be going ahead and betting that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, and that bet will drop whenever, whatever reason, these sportsbooks just get slower and slower as the season progresses. Naturally, it's because of injuries. We generally speaking, we know why, but there's no numbers on Eckler. So again, whenever he comes out rushing and receiving, what we want to go ahead and target. Boy, the Seahawks just can't defend that running back position from anything. So, and I think Austin Eckler is a really good one to go ahead and target. So, otherwise, it's Giants plus 3.5, Jets plus 3.5, which that line is now down to +1. Commanders plus 5.5, that line is now down to 4.5. Patriots minus 6.5, that line is now -8. Titans on that money line. Raiders and Cowboys on that money line parlay. And again, those 3 guys we targeted right there. 2 of them from a rushing standpoint, and the other one there, Ingram, is from a receiving standpoint. So that's how we'll do, with the only potential add being Austin Eckler. That's the only thing I'm looking to add to the NFL card is Austin Eckler rushing and receiving. Let's see what football comments we got going on. Kittle, baby. Oh, yeah, you know Kittle will work his way in there on tight end day. You know it, Monica. You know it. You smell Mark Andrews. I don't like Lamar Jackson, but I'm definitely dropping Andrews up in that suction. You're a Ravens fan, and he's on your fantasy team. Hell, go all in on him there, Cole, and just drop him into a parlay. Kind of like how I did Conor McDavid. Once you're in, just like F it and just go all in. Push all the chips in, shove them all into the middle, and just ride your guy out. Well, I love it. Yeah, Mark Andrews. Eckler's a beast. All right, we'll look to get his line. That's just going to be a great line. That one you don't want to isolate rushing or receiving, because just the Seahawks do it all so bad. And if he gets a long rush, you don't want that to not count. Or if he gets a long reception, you don't want that to count. You want whatever the hell his production is on Sunday against that terrible Seahawks defense. Yeah, you want it to count. So that's how we'll do it right there. All right, let's go ahead now and keep it on moving, boys. Keep it on moving. We've gotten through the football. We need to throw up some NASCAR. All right, William and I have already broken down this entire race. It's at the Dixie Vodka 400 there at the Homestead. Second to last race here in the round of 8. It's going to be another good one. It's going to be exactly what we got at Vegas, because the track is awfully similar. Again, if you want any of my analysis, William and I already went ahead and broke down this race. Lines are tight like they were last week when we stayed off of NASCAR. But this time, we've got some head-to-heads where not a sizable gap, because obviously sportsbooks don't give away free money, but there's some opportunities for us to go ahead and make some money on Sunday in this NASCAR race. So I'm high on Ross Chastain this weekend. I think he's going to beat both a Kyle Larson and a Chase Elliott, so I've gone ahead and bet them appropriately. And I also think Denny Hamlin's going to be better than Chase Elliott on Sunday, so I bet that. And then I've got 4 guys that I think will crack the top 10. Eric Jones, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, and Justin Haley there. Justin Haley only put a quarter of a unit on him because he's got such big odds there, plus 525. But the other guys put a full unit on them to go ahead and crack the top 10. So that's how we'll do it in NASCAR. And again, if you want any analysis, the Highline podcast episode is up, ready for you to go ahead and watch, with William and I breaking down the race. Looking forward to watching this one on Sunday. Thoroughly looking forward to watching this on Sunday. All right, let's go ahead and talk some soccer now. Let's talk this PSG line. I do not have a bet for PSG because obviously I've got it in a parlay with Connor McDavid at plus 113. So if I didn't, this is the bet I'm using on TikTok to streak to $85,000. It's not going to be on my recap, of course, because I'm not using it on a real wager of mine, but I do want to show you guys how I'm betting this PSG game. If I did not have it involved in a parlay, this is what I would be doing. I like PSG to win the game on the money line. I like PSG to have at least one goal in the first half, and I like their opponent to have under 1.5 goals overall in the entire match. You can see if you want to do that on FanDuel, it's at minus 128 is the best price. Ignore the $59.56. That's the step I'm on to streaking $85,000. I've got 3 in a row. I'm going for win number 4 today. That step is at $69.56. So that's why I've got that amount of money wagered on this. But yeah, again, it's PSG on the money line. The opponent there to have under 1.5 goals, and PSG to score at least 1 in the first half. If you guys want to go ahead and roll with me. What I am rolling with, though, on this soccer day, and speaking of soccer, Matt and I are doing Between the Posts on this YouTube channel. We did not get over to Pub Sports Radio this weekend. There was a conflict with them this week, so we're just going to do it here on my own channel. We're doing it live at 12:30 Eastern Time. Live, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want any analysis for these soccer plays, what are those soccer plays? We're going to go ahead and roll in Chelsea, Manchester United under 2.5 goals. We're going to do that same bet there in Tottenham versus Newcastle under 2.5 goals. I like Man City team total over 2.5 goals. I also like Liverpool team total over 2.5 goals. Those are the only things I've got right now in the Premier League. I am going to cook up a little parlay on Sunday. You got more matches on Sunday than you do on Saturday for the first time, it seems like, in a while in the Premier League. These matches kind of ended late yesterday. The lines need to get settled, and I'm going to go ahead and cook up a parlay on Sunday. But for now, that's what we'll roll with. We do have a bet there in Serie A. We're going to go ahead and take over 2.5 matches in this game at plus 106. And then I've got a mixed parlay of 2 games in the Bundesliga and 3 games in League One. All 5 matches have over 1.5 goals, and the parlay comes in at plus 171 over at PointsBet. I have it broken out to the 2 matches in Bundesliga. That's Freiburg taking on Werder Bremen, and then you've got Gladbach taking on Freiburg taking on Frankfurt. And then I've got the 3 matches there in League One broken out. It's Montpellier versus Lyon, it's Angers versus Rennes, and it's Torres versus Lorient. And again, it's all 5 of those matches over 1.5 goals in each match, and it's plus 171 over on PointsBet. That's how we're rolling this weekend in soccer. We've got more bets. Fellas. Let's get the last one up there. Then let's get back to the comment section. We can't not bet the NBA. We got to bet the NBA. We're going to go ahead and go right back to our little over-under teasers that we like to do. These are not real lines, so you got to go find alternate lines. Alternate lines. I'm going to go ahead and do over 219 points in Pelicans versus Hornets, and parlay that with over 211 points in Bulls Wizards. And you can see that comes to minus 133 on DraftKings. Minus 133 on DraftKings. Still taking it slow before I go ahead and ramp up the NBA player props, but feel confident enough that we can go ahead and take some teaser lines on some overs and parlay them together like we did the other night for a win. So that's it, boys. That's football. That's NASCAR. That's soccer. And that's a little NBA tonight. So let's jump back in these comment sections. Morning, Ross. Morning, man. I'm on it, Monica. He's going to be in the parlay. Holland on the brace is at plus 250 at home. Yeah, he's getting goals. I didn't bet it. I'm going to do an anytime goal scoring parlay. You know Holland's going to be in there. And like him to get 1 goal is minus like 200. I don't care. He's in there. He'll be in there, Thad. I don't know if I'm going to say he's going to get a brace, but he's gonna be in the parlay. He's getting a goal this weekend. They're fully rested. Man, it was really unfortunate this midweek that we didn't get Arsenal Man City. That game was postponed due to Arsenal having to make up a missed game there in Europa League. But man, really wanted to see those 2 clubs go at it and see if Arsenal's really gonna make this thing a title race, or would they have folded under City and let City get the 3 points. Interesting stuff right there. Too bad we didn't get that. Yankees today. Yankees are going to be sleeping today. I hear you there, my man. It's Padres-Phillies. Padres-Phillies are the only game today in baseball. Of course, you guys know it's baseball. It's playoffs. If you want to take an under, you can take an under. As for the actual baseball game with Musgrove versus Suarez, I would lean on those Padres, but, man, the Phillies, holy hell, did they just wet the bed. That bullpen always makes me nervous. How many times have we said that? And you saw that in game 2. Boy, they really lost it there in that 5th inning. They just really imploded and let the Padres get out there. But yeah, I would gravitate towards another under and gravitate towards the Padres with Musgrove going on against Suarez. You get the better bullpen. You get the Padres bullpen ready to go in game 3. Hader and all the boys are rested. Yeah, I would take the Padres today. All right. That's how we're doing. I think, is that all, boys and girls? Boys and girls, is that all we got? That is all we got That is all we got. That's all I see on the menu here. I did cook up, and you guys know on I don't know. Here, I'll show you this. So DraftKings has got their little 50% boost promo that you can go ahead and do. You guys remember last NBA season, FanDuel did the Friday first basket promo. We hit 2 in a row. I can't remember what the player. We hit one with that tall kid there from Miami. It was the center. The guy's name I can't. And then we came right back with Nurkic the following week there for the Portland Trail. Remember we had back-to-back first Fridays. Well, we've made $5.40 this morning arbitrage money. I've cooked up. Man, you always see on draft or these sports books on media, they share these guys that do these first basket parlays and they get them to hit. We made $5.40. I've got two $2.70 parlays. They're first basket parlays. Just really hoping a prayer by all means. But one is Valanciunas, one is Jalen Smith, Tyler Hero, and Boran Bogdanovic. Again, just grabbing the straws, $2 to win $6,700. And then the other one's Kevin Porter Jr., Jordan Clarkson, Anthony Simmons, and Scotty Barnes. Another $2.70 spent to win $13,000. I'll, of course, tweet those later. But I don't know, just putting those together made me remember that FanDuel first basket we were getting. I remember that night when we cashed for the first one. Then I remember we went back-to-back on those consecutive Fridays. I remember the energy on Twitter for those 2 nights with you guys was absolutely electric. Oh, my God, was that electric. So we may not get the promo, but let's still have some fun here with some NBA first basket scores. You saw the tweet last night that DraftKings already sent. Somebody hit a crazy one. Can that be us? Can that be us? Can that be us? Oh, Bovado, you're fine. California will come around soon enough. It's only a matter of time before California comes around and you won't have to use Bovado. All right. All right, guys. That's how we're doing it. Money Making Weekend. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Come back on Monday. Enjoy everything about this weekend. Fall weather, sports, Halloween's coming up. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out.